Hey,
I don't think these are working. Let's see. Hello. Hi. Hi, Casey.
Hi, Stephanie. Hi, everyone.
Hey. Cheryl, you should come by the place. Wait till you see. It's cleaning out. It really is.
okay. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. One more month. I think it'll be ready for you.
Fun.
Yeah. Yes.
Hopefully, yes.
I promise you it will be.
Okay.
Yes. Uh-huh. Okay, let's wait just a minute more to see if there's more people. The Hawaii people took the late shift. Everybody else seemed to take the early shift. I am already recording since I missed half of my recording for the last group. And
Uh-huh.
Casey, where are you coming from?
I'm just outside of Chicago, so a
Right.
little bit
Okay.
later here. Yeah,
Yeah. So
and colder.
is it like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 7:30?
Yeah, it's 7:30.
7:30.
So
It's dark. Yes.
yes, especially
Uh-huh.
in December.
Is there snow though?
Not right now. We've had a little bit on and off. So yeah.
Okay.
And you're all in Hawaii?
I'm
Or
in Maui. Stephanie's on Maui. I don't know where
oh,
anyone else is.
Yep, that's on Maui too. But
okay.
we don't have that many Maui people. It just happens that the Maui people wanted the later shift.
Gotcha.
Of course. Yeah.
Colleen's gonna be here. The other shift was 7 a.m. our time, so yes. Mhm. And there's a couple of New Yorkers who wanted this shift, but they said they weren't going to be here today. So we'll see. There's only 11 people in the group and I had 6 people yesterday. So this is
Okay.
about the amount of people that would show up. Although Pascaline said she'd be here, so let's wait one more minute. But while we're waiting, Casey, why don't you introduce yourself and I'll let you share your computer screen and you could show us your artwork.
Oh, sure. Yes. Sorry, I did not have that pulled up, but yeah, so like I said, I'm in Chicagoland area. I'm a painter. I do right now it's been mostly floral, but I've been just kind of focused on um like color and light and shadow and just how that's like found in the beauty of everyday life. I do work full time as a graphic designer, and so I've been working towards making that transition of getting into full time art. And I also do wedding bouquet paintings. So
Oh,
that
that's a
kind of
smart one.
incorporated. Yeah,
Huh?
yeah, it reminds me
Mhm.
of the portraits you talk about.
Yeah, my girlfriend did wedding bouquets for a long time too.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
nice.
Okay, so
That's
let's see what you've got there.
yes. Let me. I'm on Etsy right now, so I'm just gonna pull
Yep.
that
Yeah,
up.
you
If
have
that's
to make sure
okay.
your screen's the top.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And have you tried to put your stuff on Etsy?
Yes, I do have some things on Etsy right now. Um, and I had a website, but I'm kind of in between with that right now. So
Mm-hmm.
sorry.
You're fine. Take your time.
I don't have anything online.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, maybe we need to
Yeah.
start working on
Well, while
on your
we're waiting for her to pull it up, I don't
yeah.
Yeah.
have anything online. I have stuff to show all over the place, but not here to I don't have anything online.
Uh-huh.
I don't have a website.
And Cheryl, like, do you have like Square Up? Like, do you ever use like an invoicing service or because they have free websites that you could put together on
Oh
their
no, I didn't know that.
yeah. So it's free to be on Square Up. It's an invoice. It's those little squares that if you went to a show, you could swipe
Mhm.
and you use your credit card, but they're not
Uh,
the best sites I've ever seen or anything. But if you wanted to just start with something free, they would work for you.
but do you
Okay.
have to have them all in frames and all photographed?
No, you don't have
No?
to frames, but you do have
Oh,
to have them photographed. Yeah.
oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, I see Casey has
Oh,
things
good.
frames here, but you definitely don't. Uh-huh. Very
You're able to
pretty.
see my screen.
Nice. Uh-huh.
Great.
And so is this your Etsy shop?
It is. Yeah. So I just did this
Uh-huh.
mini series that I did have framed, and then I do a variety of digitally painted.
Oh,
Right,
that's
okay.
super
This
paint.
one was in Hawaii.
Uh-huh. Oh,
Um,
very nice. And so when you say they're digitally painted, you get the photo and then you work on
I
them in one of the digital, or you hand paint these?
I use like an iPad and Procreate and
Uh-huh,
hand paint it. Yeah, not like a
uh-huh. And then
referencing the photo.
they
Yeah.
look very painterly. And how long does it usually take you to make one?
About I think like up to 5 hours
Oh, well
for
then
these.
you're not charging enough.
Probably
Definitely not. You're not charging enough. I mean,
yeah.
you have to figure in how much are you like, how much do you charge right now, Casey, for your hourly for your graphic design work?
Mm, yeah. Um, yeah, I work for a full-time company, but yeah, that's true. I could compare that to like an hourly rate for a designer,
Mm-hmm.
uh, which
And
could be, yeah.
I mean, I think it's hard because Etsy seems to kind of,
Mm.
Don't they take a
I find
percentage? Don't they take a percentage of what's sold?
their percentage is kind of low, isn't it, Casey?
It is, and I've actually sold them all through social media, so I haven't actually made a sale through Etsy.
Right.
Um,
Etsy, I think, devalues artwork a little bit. I'm going to just say that I think it kind of makes artwork cheap.
Mhm.
And I bet you have better luck on social media because you are standing out to a small select group of people that are already your friends, family, and admirers, whereas Etsy kind of get lost in the shuffle. Like, are you finding any traction on Etsy?
No, not at all. Yeah,
Right.
that makes sense. And I did base my pricing kind of off of what was in the market there. So
Okay, so then let's close this up and you're going to tell me a little bit about let's just start with the floral arrangements and tell me how you've gotten those jobs on your, is it through your Instagram?
hmm
Okay,
yeah.
so let's look at your Instagram.
Okay.
And I assume that you would rather be doing your original artwork. Is that
Yes. Yeah,
okay?
absolutely.
Here you are, beautiful. You have your flowers and you have, and then when you go to sell a bouquet thing, do you do like a reel or,
I've done some reels for the bouquets. And then it's been kind of intermixed with the original artwork,
uh-huh,
and not as many.
okay. And then, how often are you doing reels? Like, let's just actually, let me see that reel that you have there of the one,
Fun. Okay.
yeah,
Oops, sorry.
uh-huh, yep, that's it, okay. Oh, that looks great. Mm-hmm. And, and then do you have a link in your bio for just this?
I don't right now. I did. I started, yeah, I should switch that back.
Yeah,
Was
I would make a
my
link to exactly the page that, but you're saying most of the people that you've gotten from this have been because you knew the people beforehand.
um it's been a mix. Yeah, it's been either like friends of friends and then a couple people that I didn't know that reached out.
Uh-huh. Okay. And then how often are you posting about things on your Instagram?
Probably about, it's not every day. I'd say like every other to like every 3 days.
Oh, great. Okay. And so let me see the reel to the right there.
It is just Putin and his sick clique.
Sorry about that.
No worries. It's the one you were talking about. So this was to promote the series I worked on.
Uh-huh. Okay, you would probably actually get more traction if you just did a reveal of
Mm.
one of them. And then
Okay.
had many different posts of just one reveal.
Oh,
Because
okay.
it would be quicker, and the reveals are great. I think Beth could confirm that she had a very high showcase of her reveal video. The reveals really work, so I would actually try to milk this more and just do one like that. And
Sure.
you know, so Instagram has two kind of things going on, if you want to just shut this down for a second. And it's either really fast, like 3 seconds, 5 seconds, or telling a compelling story over 10 to 20 seconds. And so the things that are in between those 3 to 5 seconds or telling a compelling story in 10 to 20 seconds kind of get lost in the mix. Like, so if you want to make some of those reveals, make them a little bit more often and just make them one. And then have you and Beth and I have talked about this a little. Have you seen the templates thing yet on Instagram?
I don't think so.
Okay. I want you to like go into your Instagram reels, because I want you to keep posting on Instagram. I think it's going to be really important for you to keep on doing it. So I want you to go onto your Instagram right now, and I want you to click the plus sign at the bottom there. And then I want you to go over to Reels. And then at the top, there's a black bar, and you're going to see camera, drafts, clip hub. And then after that, it says templates. Do you see that?
Mhm.
Yeah, I want you to click on the templates. Okay, and then what templates is going to do for you is across the top, it's going to give you different templates. And what I want you to do when you're looking at it is I want you to look for music that you like, but also I want you to look for things that you're like, I have, like, count the amount of images that go across. And you're going to be like, I do have 5 images to tell a story, or I do have 10 images to tell a story. Okay, or videos, I should say, not just images. It's super important to keep them as videos. Okay, and what I do now is I take my videos and I make smaller clips. And so I make 3-second, 5-second, 10-second clips, and then I save those all into files. So do you know how to sort your photographs like that? Okay. Beth, do you? I really think it's important for you to understand this too. You know how to sort your photographs, Cheryl? I don't know if you're.
No, that's why I was just gonna go
Sort
get
of.
my
I
phone.
put them in
So
albums. That's how I
Albums,
sort.
right, albums, right.
I have
Okay.
a Reels album and I just stick everything for a reel in there because otherwise
Great. And
I'd
even
say-
I separate them even out more, like me
You do?
walking to the studio, me, you know, just the
Uh-huh.
brushes, just the mixing of the paint. I sort them all out into little things. So like after I get done making video during my time in the studio, and I really concentrate on super important things like my paintbrush in the paint, mixing the paint, putting the paint onto the canvas. Do you only do computer art, Casey, or are you doing actual paint? You're doing
Yeah.
painting.
I do
Okay.
oil. Yeah.
I want to see you actually paint on canvas. Like, I want you to get close-ups. I want you to get far away. I'm sorry that it's sometimes going to be like, I don't want to have my camera on the whole time, but just get over that. I want you to have like a way of putting your camera on to hook it up to your table, and also to have like a, you know, you know, one of those, an easel thing,
I know what
right?
you're talking about.
Put your,
Yeah.
put your phone on. Why can't I remember what the word is? And that you're going to move these things around your studio. You're going to get some shots of you from behind while you're long distance shots. You're going to get shots of you and your canvas with you holding your brush against it. You're going to get shots of you mixing paint. You're going to get shots from the other direction. And then when you go back home at night, you're going to sort these all out and put them in their different folders. Like, this is me painting the pink flower. This is me doing this. So then you're going to set up 2 types of reels. And that first one could be those quick ones. I'm going to see if I could show you guys today somebody else who just did a viral video that I thought was just so easy. Like, all she did was have this like 3 seconds of her in the background, and she just had things about herself. And it took longer to actually read than the 3 seconds. So it made people stay there for longer than the 3 seconds, and it made Instagram open it up. And so it was just like, I'm a Gemini and I love my dog and I paint whatever. And, you know, it was just a list of things. And so you have to kind of think about like these short videos, the reveals, the about yourself, the look what I just did for some, whatever, you know, it is. And then you're going to think about these longer videos and how you're going to tell these stories. Like, come paint with me, right? You're going to start out, come paint with me. And then you're going to like show yourself like setting up your paints, doing your thing. But this is all going to be like in 10 seconds, right? And how you're going to do it is through these templates. So you're going to look at the templates and you're going to be like, okay, I'm going to tell a story about this pink flower, right? Me painting this pink flower. Maybe do you work with an actual live set of flowers? Do you? I don't know. Yes, no, maybe.
I haven't lately. No.
Oh, okay. Well,
Sorry,
that's
I didn't
fine.
know it was just for me.
Uh-huh. How do you get your subjects? Do you use photographs?
Yeah, I've used photographs. I've like collaged things together as like to create my own references.
Yeah, I would show people you collaging it together, how you're going to create your, and you know, you could put like, and again, it's going to be really quick, because what's going to happen is you're going to take all these little bits of video and you're going to stick them in your files, and then you're going to go into this template and you're going to be like, I like this music, and it shows 6 or 7 images and they're all like a second long. I could do this. And then when you, I mean, I want you to just actually, just so you can see how this is going to work. Okay, I want you to just pick one of these templates. You don't have to use it. Just pick it right now on your phone.
Where are the templates again? Because I'm looking at my phone and I want to
Oh,
follow what you
great.
guys are doing.
Okay, I want you to go. Okay, so
I'm
want
on Instagram.
okay, and now you're on your own homepage. I want you to click the plus button in the middle of the bottom.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, and then after that, I want you to scroll the black circle at the
Yeah,
bottom.
post
Then you
story
get
real
reel.
live.
Okay, you got reel. And now
Yeah.
at the top, I want you
Oh,
to
I see. Okay, I see template.
okay, so click on that too, Cheryl, because I want you to see it too.
Yeah.
Okay, Beth knows this because we did it together the other day. And now I want you to just look at one of these and look at how many images go across and what you can handle. And now I want you to just pick one. Okay, do you all
Okay.
have one? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, and now when you do that, it says add clips. Do you see where it says add clips or add media? It's different.
Replace the clips with your own. it
That's
says.
right. So you're going to hit that, right? And now a whole bunch of clips of yours come up.
Okay.
Okay. And then just click on a bunch of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'll show you how many you need. Okay. Like the one
Okay.
I picked. Okay. And now click next.
Well, I don't have any, so there's not going to be any there.
Okay. But you're going to get some.
Oh,
in the
yeah.
future.
Okay. I
Right.
mean, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. And so now you're going to click next. You just did that, Casey? And you got yourself a reel, right? Is that what happened?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's great.
Okay. And what you can do is you can get more sophisticated in it by then editing your reel to pick out the section of that video you want.
Uh-huh.
And then you already know how to add text. And
The only drawback that I can see, and maybe there's an answer to it, is if you go through all of that and then you get it ready to publish, but something's not right and it's not right for you, can you go back and edit that, or can you
Yeah.
see it before
Yes.
you actually publish it?
you could go back and edit it. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
you just have to kind of play around with it
Yeah,
and not
yeah,
be
yeah,
scared. And just
yeah.
remember too, if you post it and then you realize you don't like it, you can unpost it.
Okay.
You
Okay.
know, there's no wrong here.
Okay.
Just I think that even with a small following, like I see you have I have like a following of like under 200 people on Artists Make Money, but our Instagram shows my post to over 5,000 people a month.
Mhm.
I get people signing up for my newsletter daily from a meager amount of people on my Instagram. And so I know it's super important, especially if you're going to sell something like, you know, bridal portraits, bridal, bouquets,
Right.
something like that. You'll have a lot more reach as soon as, and now I'd also recommend, I don't know how much you want to hustle this, Casey, to, start talking to different, wedding coordinators, even ones that you see on Instagram. Like start following wedding coordinators on Instagram, start, DMing them, letting them know that you're doing digital bouquet portraits, and that I'm trying to think of a way to get on people's registry. How to get on people's wedding registry. If you
She
could do
needs to
that,
know wedding planners is what she needs to know too.
the wedding
The
planner.
wedding planners is the ones that
Fair.
will really push it.
Yeah. So, even if you just spent, 10 minutes on Instagram, searching that 2-3 times a week or something like that, and just following these people, DMing them, letting them know what you do, you might end up getting some traction, right? Because it sounds like you need some traction for this business, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And then as you get that traction, I want you to really think about either, can I do this more quickly for the price that I've offered? Or can I raise my prices? Because that price is not enough for 5 hours of work. Yeah. And then tell me about your original artwork. Are you finding places for it in galleries? Are you how are you selling your original artwork?
Yeah, no, I haven't connected, or I have only like started to look into galleries. I've done some like sales through social media. Like I did an art sale, releasing some older pieces, in order to kind of kickstart like a whole new, like set of series.
And so even though you have a small Instagram, actually your social media has been working for you.
Yeah, it's been, better than some of the other.
Right. Etsy is, I find all those things, Etsy and Saatchi, and they're kind of like these places that you wish would work for you, and you kind of invest a lot of time in them. Like, wouldn't this be so great if I could just open up my computer every day and there'd be sales because the Etsy people did it for me, or the Saatchi people did it for me. And I did have one friend here who was making some money off of Etsy for a while. She advertised, and the advertisements weren't very expensive, and she had success selling octopus and things like that. And she actually had good prices. So she didn't like keep at the Etsy prices. Her prices were a little bit higher. And you might want to consider, if you're going to stay on Etsy, to chalk up $25, $30 a month and see if it will get you somewhere. But you will not get anywhere on Etsy with just having a storefront. And so I don't know, I would put in, you know, the florals and see if you could, maybe with like 25 or 30 bucks, get more people to see the work and see, and, you know, just do it for like 3 months or something and see if it works out. And I wouldn't spend more than 30 bucks or something like that. Yeah. And then are there galleries in your neighborhood that you would be interested in being in?
N- in the surrounding area, yeah, there's a couple I can look into.
Uh-huh.
And then there were some online galleries I was looking at as well.
Online galleries that are actually doing sales, or online galleries that are charging you $25 to submit and then just putting your work up on the website?
I was looking at PXP. I don't
Oh yeah, PXP. Okay. I would say yes. I think she's a hustler, and you're in the right price point for her because she's into emerging artists. So I think that is actually a good direction for you to, but she's, you know, she's an online gallery, but she's also doing events.
Sure, yeah.
Right? She does Superfine. She was just in Miami. So she's hustling. She's not just and she has a big Instagram following too. So, and I don't think she's going to charge you to submit work. I'm wary about the websites that are charging people to submit work, and I don't know. There's enough to pay for these days. Okay, so we're gonna just move on, and then at the end, if you have some questions and stuff, we'll get to them. And so Cheryl, tell me where you're at in your process of selling your artwork.
I am developing, I haven't sold anything and I haven't done very much of anything. I'm developing product.
Uh-huh. And how is it going for you?
Very well. I'm really pleased, but you know, it's slow coming because it takes a while to really get into it. But I'm pleased with what I'm doing. I'm very happy about it. And I need to just put stuff out. I don't even have an Instagram account. I have an Instagram account, but it's not for that. I need to create an Instagram account that is strictly for the art, which I have not done.
What
I
is
have
your
not done that.
What is your Instagram account about right now?
Mine, basically photographs, places I've been, nature, you know, all
Uh-huh.
that kind of thing. I
Do
don't
you-
know if it should all fit in with that, or do I just do a separate art one?
Do you have a lot of followers on that account?
I have almost 300.
Okay, and is your artwork inspired by some of the images that you have in there already?
Oh, I think probably nature would, yeah.
I would actually not try to recreate the wheel. I think it's
Okay.
hard to start a new Instagram account, and I think that I would spend more and more time dedicating this account you currently have to your artwork, and eventually perhaps taking some of the other photos off, or you know, but that could be over time, or, you know, maybe making a few carousel posts about your travels and stuff, and then really trying to showcase the art. So since you're in the process of making the art right now, do you have like something that you can hold your phone on? Like,
I do actually. No, I have it. I have it from putting an iPad on, and you know, it snaps onto the table and it can take, because I have it when I had it when I was watching a course. And so I already have all of that little doodad. I know how to do it. I just haven't done it.
okay,
Yeah,
and
I know
are-
exactly what you're talking about.
I'd like to see lots of footage, okay, of you making this work. The more that you can get footage of you creating and putting together quick reels and getting familiarized with reels and how to tell the story, the quicker you're going to be able to like develop those connections that you're going to need to get to the next step,
Mhm.
right?
You know what I don't know how to do, and everybody else knows how to do it, and I don't know how to do it, is when you hashtag everything. I don't know how to do that.
You know, hashtags aren't nearly as important anymore as they used to
Okay.
be. So
Oh, okay.
it's just not that important. So
I
you
always see that people have these extensive hashtags, and I'm thinking,
know,
"Gee,
it's really like 2019. It's really-
okay, yeah,
yeah.
and I never learned how to do it, so it really doesn't
You
matter."
know, if I was going to say something to you, I would say that right after you post,
Uh-huh.
I would go to your comment section and I would put my own comment in, and I would put 3 hashtags in. I would never put more than 3 hashtags in, and I would start with hashtag art Maui or hashtag Maui art or something like
Uh-huh.
that. And then pick out 2 more hashtags. And when you go to do these hashtags, once you have the hashtag sign, and then
Uh-huh.
you put up art, Instagram will offer you different hashtags. And
Okay.
because you have a low volume of followers, you don't want to take a hashtag that has a lot of people using it. You really
Mhm.
want to commit to a hashtag that maybe has about 5,000 people using it. Because
Mhm.
if you're ever going to get seen on a hashtag, it's going to have to be a hashtag that like if everybody's doing like art love and you put it in,
Mhm.
you're
Nobody's really saying that. Yeah,
nobody's
yeah.
gonna see yours.
I
There's
get it.
too much
I get it.
competition.
I get it.
So
Well, I'm
you're just
glad I
gonna,
brought this up. Yes.
yeah. So you're just gonna just put in hashtag in the comments and then just start art, and you'll see different ones come up. And you're gonna start with like art Maui, or are you doing collage? Are you doing painting? What are you doing, Cheryl?
Acrylics, watercolors, and encaustic.
Watercolor. Fantastic. All those things, very, very Instagrammable. Show the wax, show the watercolor bleeding into each other, show the thing of the paint, just
Mhm.
start getting more and more and more of these clips.
Mhm. Okay, I can do that.
And then we'll start to develop some story for you. And then I want you to think about who it is you want to be showing to. And I'm running 3 Instagram accounts right now, and each account I'm speaking to a different person.
Mhm.
And so my personal account, although I have a lot of artists in it, I'm really looking for collectors. So I'm trying to see like what that person might be interested in, showcasing what inspires me, how I create a painting, the story. Like right now I'm working on this reel, and it's like I took 2 failed paintings and make one, watch me do it, right?
Mhm. Yeah,
Watch me take this failure and turn it into something creative. And
right.
and so I'm like editing that right now, and it's like I'm thinking about what would entice someone to spend 20 seconds with me. And how can I tell a story? First, by getting a hook, like watch me turn this into that. Watch me turn failure into success.
Yes.
See what I'm inspired by. I mean, I don't know what your watercolors are about, but like Beth is a perfect example. Like I think Beth, when she figures out reels, is gonna like hit it out of the park, because Beth's story is fantastic. She goes and she snorkels and she sees dolphins and whales and turtles, and then she goes back and she paints watercolors.
Okay.
Like this is a perfect story. Watch me take my inspiration and make it into art,
Art.
right? And so you see her swimming in the water with fish, with turtles, and then you see her back in her studio mixing the paint. You see the paint bleeding into each other, and voila, you have a turtle watercolor, right?
Mhm.
You could do this all in 15 seconds, 20 seconds. You've told this story, right?
Mhm.
Watch me, see how my inspiration, I see how this, see
My
how,
creative spirit is making art.
right.
Yes.
And so then you have to kind of, in that first 3 seconds, think about this hook. What is the hook that's going to entice people to finish the story, right? Watch how I take this keepsake and make it forever, right? Because that's what Casey's doing, right? Watch how I take this keepsake and
Yep.
make it forever. And then you show that process. Here's the, but get that hook in the first 3 seconds. Paint with me. Watch me do this. See how I can, and then tell the story in a matter of 10, 15 seconds, but always make it super excitingly visual.
Mhm.
Like, if you have to cut it down into like I go onto Instagram and I think, who here am I excited to see? Who is telling me a compelling story? And then I take that and I say, a lot of times you can take that and you can use it as a template. So let me show you how to do that. And this is a great way to start to understand other people who are so, oh, Beth just did it. Look.
I did. I was bad.
Did it. Yeah.
Bad. I was like,
Right.
shit, I didn't do that this week. I better get my.
Yeah. Okay. So like, let's say I found someone whose reel I was super excited about. Okay. I'm not super excited about this one, but let's just say, because I'm not really that much into when people make everything really, really fast, but when
Oh,
if
I
I
hate
went into
that
this,
actually.
if I went into this and I clicked on it, I tapped it. That one's not saying it there. Let's see where else it would say it. Let me see here.
So Beth, what's your Instagram account?
Beth Paints.
Beth's pretty easy to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
So-
it's so or Beth Hurd, HIRD. Yeah.
A
Sorry.
lot of times when you look at one that you think is really good, down at the bottom underneath the video, it will say use as a template. And sometimes I
Oh.
don't even use it as a template. Sometimes I just press that button and I look at how many images this person has put in, how they chopped it up. Oh, they went like 1 second, a quarter of a second, a quarter of a second, a quarter of a second, 2 seconds. Like they kind of created a motion. And
Uh-huh.
I start to pay attention to whose videos I find compelling cinematically,
Mhm.
right? And then I am like, oh, either I could use that as a template or I could tell my own story in the same type of way. Does that
Mhm.
make sense?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And so, Beth, with yours, each time, I'm going to just say, I actually love that video.
Shorter.
No,
Yeah.
I don't care about the shorter. I love that you actually had a video of you swimming, but I want to see this progression. I want to see like you swimming, and then I want to see something moving in the water, like a turtle or something like that. Then I want to see the actual paint and the actual painting.
Okay. Got
Okay,
it.
'cause now
It's a
you're showing me,
screen that's complete. Yeah.
right.
Got
because
Okay.
right now you're showing me still images, and
Uh,
Instagram doesn't like still images.
okay.
Okay.
No, I
They'll
appreciate
tolerate them, but they won't like send you off to the next level.
Okay.
Okay.
That, yeah, that's
And-
nice, lady. But then what? Right. Okay,
Uh-huh.
cool.
And so
So-
one of the things that I think Beth has that she doesn't know is right yet, but what she has is she kind of didn't know what she was doing here, but it's actually going to all work out for her. She understands what she's selling. So Beth put together an art storefront, and
Mhm.
she has some direct, the print on demand items. And
Mhm.
I don't think that they're for everyone, print on demand items. Like they wouldn't be for me, but Beth's imagery fits really well on a tote or on a visor, whatever kind of print on demand art storefront does. Okay, so she set up this website, but she has no traffic to it yet. Or maybe you have some traffic to it, is that right?
Very
Minimal.
tiny. I need to
Very-
convert my followers on my regular Facebook, which is 2.8K, over to my Elizabeth Hurd Fine Art Facebook. And I've heard you can migrate them, but I haven't figured it out yet. So
Oh, on Facebook.
yeah.
I don't know, and I don't know about that. If you've heard about it, then maybe you can.
I'll share it with you if I figure it out.
Right.
I've watched video, but haven't done it yet.
And now when you are on your Instagram, you have it so that all your reels are shared to Facebook. Is that correct?
Yes, it goes to my Elizabeth Hurd Fine Art Facebook, but not my Beth Hurd one that has the 2.8K followers on it. So that's the problem. Is I
Oh, can you
invited them all, but apparently you can migrate them all.
can you just
Or
make it so that your Instagram goes to the one that has all the people in it?
I don't know, they wouldn't let me do it, and I don't see why not. I'll go back and ask them.
Okay. I
They
mean,
made me do a separate one and I'm like, why? Doesn't have any people on
say
it."
Art Storefront.
Yeah,
Well, Art Storefront wanted you to have a business account.
yeah. So
Right.
I made my Beth Paints Instagram a business account, and then they wanted me to have a Facebook business account, but I don't use my
Right.
regular Beth Heard Facebook page for anything else other than art anyway, or advertising my summer
They
camp.
needed you to have a Facebook business account in order to do any advertising. You
I think
can't-
that's what it was.
Yeah, you can't, but you might be able to make your Instagram account show up on your personal Facebook. I want to see if you can try to do that, then you would get much more traction.
Yeah.
Yeah, see if like in your Instagram settings, you can change that setting so it goes to your personal.
Yeah.
I mean, other way to do it, and you won't get a lot of traction. And Facebook's never going to just move the people over from your personal account into your business account. They just wouldn't do that. But you could ask people on your personal account to join your business account.
I have invited all of them through
yeah.
me doing 400 in a day or whatever they
Right.
make it.
And probably you didn't get that much traction.
You knew it. Oh, I
Because
did not.
Facebook business accounts are kind of,
Yeah. And
know,
so that's what I've been trying to do. Is how do
Right.
I get my Instagram? You're right. To go to my personal Beth Heard
right.
Facebook
You're gonna do
page.
that. Okay. And then
yeah.
you're also gonna just start taking more video. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. And so Beth, why don't you tell us about your open studio that's gonna happen soon?
Okay, so I'm having an open studio this weekend, and I want to first of all just thank you so much, Stephanie, for like teaching me things, because wow, it's like a whole new universe out there.
Oh, thank you. It's great.
Yeah, it's great. And I'm watching the bonuses that you gave us on the website, which is also super helpful because, and right now I'm in the pricing freak out, I'm trying to figure out price per square inch so people don't like have that, like, this isn't consistent with something I know. So it's this coming weekend, and I've been advertising it through my regular Facebook page, my Fine Art Facebook page, Instagram, and also emails. And I have a MailChimp mailing list of about 375 people. Yeah, so I'm kind of every day I kind of look at one of those things and I go, is that overload if I do it now twice a week, or can I do it one
Oh
more
God,
time?
no, you should be doing it every day.
Okay.
You're like 3 days away. It should be every
Okay, good.
day. You should
right.
be taking
Okay.
video of yourself setting up your studio. You should be posting every day on Instagram, yourself setting up your studio, get people excited. Yeah, there's no too much right
Okay.
now. And then
That's good to know. I appreciate this.
where's your signage going to be? It's hard to get people to the door.
I actually just got a huge feather flag in the mail that I've used one for my camp in California. So I got that. And then I've got signage out on the street. So I'm right off of Lapoa. I have I put signs on the 2 street post thingies out there. And then I like tie them on with zip ties because honestly, the wind is psycho. And usually it's like people come to my open studio and they go, here's your sign.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is deeply entertaining, but annoying as hell because you've spent like an hour putting that stuff up and then balloons and then, oh my God, it's just a scene. Yeah. So there's that.
Okay.
It's coming along.
Put me on your email list. I don't think I'm on it.
Yeah,
So
I will. Oh my God. Sorry. Yes, you should be. You should pass me on.
Yeah, we should all know each other's Instagram and email. So that we
why don't you guys put it all in the chat? Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
super cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, mine is.
X Maui is my Instagram.
Okay, great. Yay. And
Casey, I'll put in hers. I know I'm following Beth on Artists Make. I think I tend to follow everybody on Artists Make Money. I think I must be following you there too.
the other thing I eventually want to talk to you about is, I had kind of a rough ride with my ex-husband. He wouldn't give me my domain name back. This is a long time ago. So my website is Elizabeth Heard, but that is not what everybody calls me. And so I find it really annoying that I have to have Elizabeth Heard instead of Beth Heard. And recently I found out that I can get Beth Heard back without paying a fortune for it. So I'm kind of doing that whole like, how many times can I change this? Then I have to redo the whole Instagram link thingy all over again.
Okay, you don't have to do anything over again. Just
Mhm.
buy the domain name.
Uh-huh.
And then you're just gonna link that domain name into the domain you already have.
Oh.
You're gonna send that domain to the same spot that you
Okay.
already have set up. And then
Okay.
you have a choice of, from then on, telling people
Right.
where
what's
to
going
go.
on.
But they're
Okay.
all gonna go to the same place.
That's a huge relief. Okay, thank you for that. Because I was kind of going, this is a nightmare. How do I do all this?
Yeah,
tech
no, that's
don't know how to
sure
do?
not that hard to do.
Okay.
You're just gonna direct that domain to the same place that you already have your domain. Okay? Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Oh, Pascaline is coming very late. Pascaline?
Why is this not copying?
What are you looking for, Cheryl?
I'm trying to copy and paste the chat.
Oh, maybe just try Command Shift 4.
I'm on a Mac. Does it still do that?
Yeah, Command Shift 4 will give you a screenshot. And then you could just take a screenshot of that section.
Oh. It's not doing it, but, oh, shoot.
That's okay. I'll do it and I'll send it to you.
Okay, all right, okay, well,
Mm-hmm. I see. Pascaline is trying to connect with us. Okay, while we're waiting for Pascaline, anybody have any questions?
no, but this has really been very informative so far.
Oh,
Nice.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. And so tell us more, Casey, about like, do you go to openings and things like that for galleries in your area?
No, I really am just dipping into the whole like professional art world.
Okay. Uh-huh.
I'm kind of transitioning from just doing like commissions for people on the
Mhm.
side into like wanting to. So yeah, that's definitely.
And have you thought about a website for yourself?
Yeah, so I did have a website, and then I got married, and my website wasn't making any money, so it just seemed like a good time to like shut it down for now. That's why I had the Etsy, just so I had some way of selling art in the meantime. And then that's on my list of 2024 things is
Well,
to.
and it's like I
move
said
on.
to Cheryl, like you can have a free website. It's not the best website in the entire world, but it's still free through Square Up. So
Okay.
Square Up is like those little squares, like I said, but also like they have a free website. Like when I do an open studio, I actually put together a completely separate website on Square Up, just sale products to send to my email collector base.
Oh, that's great.
And so so I know it's a decent website. It's not, it has no bells and whistles. Okay. But it could be a calling card for you. It could be a start. You're not gonna find a gallery with an Etsy website.
Yeah,
Like
sure.
nobody's gonna, but this way also, do you have like, Pascaline, are you there? Do you also have like, let me make sure nobody else was trying to get in, right?
Yeah, sometimes that happens.
Oh.
Oh, here. No, it's Pascaline. I don't know. Okay, so tell me about your email list. Casey, do you have an email list?
Nope, that's on my list as well. Yeah.
Cheryl doesn't have an email list either, right? But I'm gonna like try to get you started on them. Beth
Yeah.
has 300 people. Good for you, Beth. How did
Great.
you get 300 people on your email list?
Well, I have a huge number of people from my camp. There's like 1,200 people on that site, but I've met at least 300 people on Maui since I've been here 5 years, and I dance a lot. So it's just like a combination of water sports, dance, art openings, social. I'm very social. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah. And so then
my daughter's always going, Mom, why do you know all those people?
are you on like MailChimp or Constant
Yes,
Contact?
I use MailChimp for my camp and for my thing. And then I have an email list that's just like lots of people on there that don't like MailChimpy kinds of things. They just don't like it. So
What's your camp, Beth? You keep saying your
kind of
camp.
summer art camp for kids in the Bay
Oh,
Area.
okay.
Yeah. And pretty soon I'm going to start doing, I think, art retreats on Maui for adults, but I haven't quite strong-armed that into some sustainable thing yet. I'm like working on it.
Why not? They do everything else everywhere else, from Mexico to Greece
It's
to,
a nature retreat.
yeah.
People want to come here, and as long as I can like teach them something and want to know, and whether I'm going to do it as a process painting or like how do you make something look like this painting thing? I don't know. Yeah,
Cool.
it's like a million plans, that are happening, but I haven't quite figured it out.
It's always nice to like solidify them down to just a few, right?
Right?
So,
my
Casey
biggest
and
problem.
Cheryl, I want to make sure you guys know that at the beginning of your email list, MailChimp is free. I think they're free for the first 300 or 500 people. So it's time to sign up. Time to sign up. Okay. And then if you don't have any people yet, it's time to consider some kind of giveaway. Like, I don't want you to give away something, Casey, that you spend 5 hours on, like a free bouquet, but like maybe you have like an older painting or a print of a painting or something like that. And I want you to like consider posting on your Instagram and any other social media. You're young, you probably not even on Facebook.
I am. No.
Okay. That you're going to do a giveaway for a week, and you're going to
Okay.
send people first. You're going to get your constant contact. I mean, your MailChimp account.
Okay.
Okay. And then through the MailChimp account, there must be a landing page. I don't know. You're going to need to see if there's some kind of landing page there. Oh. Sorry, this is Pascaline. 5:30 Pacific time. We are here. I saw you. Okay. Sorry, that's Pascaline. Okay, so I don't know enough about the beginnings of something like MailChimp, but I want you to like, because you don't have a kind of website that's going to collect your emails for you. I want you to sign up for MailChimp. And then I want you to go in and see if there's some kind of, it's called a landing page. And where that is going to be a place to collect email addresses.
Mhm.
Okay. Do you know what I'm saying, right? You've seen a landing page before, right? Okay. I don't know. Like, how about you, Cheryl? Have you seen a landing page before?
No.
Landing page is like where you're going to like introduce yourself. Hi, I'm Cheryl. I'm a painter. Please join my email list and hear only the newest things about my work. I won't show you very often. It'll be always exciting.
Who do you send this to?
Well, what you're going to do is you're going to have a giveaway, right? So you're going to post on your social media.
Okay.
Okay.
So you post on social media that you're giving something away, and they need to give you their email address so that you can then send it to them. And therefore, then you collect their email address.
Right. So you're going to say like, I'm doing this 1 week giveaway. I'm giving away this to one lucky person. And all you have to do is go to this link and then sign up for my email list, and you will be part of my contest. Okay. And this will at least like get you started on having a few people who like your work on your email list. I want you to kind of get used to like sending out a bi-monthly newsletter. I'm not like into like making too much work for you. Okay. So Pascaline, I see some fuzzy.
I'm in here. Yeah, I'm in here, but how come you cannot see me?
No, we just see fuzz, but I'm glad you're here.
Okay, I'm sorry because that PT got me confused. I was all trying to set up for 5:30. Do you see me? No, how do I do that?
I don't know.
Sorry, I'm not aware.
Well, after this time, you'll get used to it. Yeah, it's Pacific time because
I know.
Like these are a lot of Maui people here, but most of the classes are. from
Yes,
other places.
I'm sorry about that.
That's
I'm
okay.
trying to see how I can. I never did. I don't want to stop you, so
So look where it says, video,
bo-
stop video down at the bottom.
on video, stop video, start video right there, right?
Okay, then go to the right of where it says stop video, and then there's like
Yeah.
an arrow, and
Yeah.
you probably have on something that says blur
Video
my
setting,
background or something like that.
FaceTime camera. Oh gosh, I'm not really good at
Blur my
it.
background. I don't know. It doesn't matter because we don't need to see your face. We just know you're here.
Choose virtual.
Right.
Okay, so I'm here and I'm focusing on you guys, and I'll try to make
Yes,
myself
right?
show up.
Okay,
And I apologize for.
that's okay. We're actually
Yeah.
at the perfect time because Pascaline, you have a website, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, why don't I show everybody else your website? So hold on, let me get it up. Let's see. Pas how do you what-
PascalineLalou.com. PascalineLalou.com.
Okay, hold on, there it is. Oh, beautiful, nice smiley face.
I wish I could
Lovely.
show you
Okay,
my.
so I am going to share my screen so we could all see Pascaline's work. Here we go. Okay, so everybody, this is Pascaline. She is new to the group, and
Beautiful.
there you go. She's got some beautiful art. And here we are, and she has a beautiful website. Is this a Squarespace, Pascaline, or
Yeah, this is like a square page.
a
I
s-
do only square, then I kind of divided it with different
oh no, I
media.
mean, what company is this? Are you
I
doing
use Square and
Storefront?
Stripe.
Right. Oh, this is Art Storefront. Just like
Yeah,
that. That has an
and
art
with Art
storefront too.
Storefront, yeah.
Right. Uh-huh. All right. And how is Art Storefront working for you now?
I think they're really a good beginning, I guess, to help you to set up your website, and then they're always there to answer question, and they
Great.
give you a lot of option to set up your store.
Great.
So they're really good. Yeah. I mean, and they also give you lots of tips about sending newsletter, and then
Yeah,
and what
I
you
think
have
they
to do
do.
for
I
the
agree.
holidays and all
Uh-huh.
that stuff.
And have you been using some of their tips?
I've been using some of their tips, but they've been a little bit kind of yeah, they're pushing it a lot. So I'm kind of halfway there. I'm not following exactly what they want me to do.
Well, yeah.
Because it's kind of almost every day, and
Right. They're like an almost everyday kind of thing.
yeah, it is very, very involving.
Okay, and then Pascaline, like this is a great tote.
I know, I see they have a new, like they just realized they had a totally new feature with like new goodies, and
This is
it's pretty
fantastic. These are all print to order, right?
cool. Yeah.
And how are you bringing people to this website?
I send newsletter, and then I mean at the show, whenever I go on my website, I kind of try to promote it. But
Uh-huh.
now that they have all those new goodies, I think it's kind of nice too, because then I can
There's your
make some
newsletter.
little,
That's great. Uh-huh.
like some little thing on Instagram that might help.
Uh-huh.
And
Yes.
but yeah, I think this is a brand new product they came up with for the holidays, and I think it's quite good.
All the print on demand stuff.
R-
Right.
And then the little goodies, and then the
Right. Those are all print on demand. So those are things that like they don't create until you place an order.
right.
That's why it's called print on demand. But they're great. Look at that.
Yeah,
They're
they're great.
yeah.
No, they do a really good job. I mean, and they work with a company in San Francisco called Bay Photo,
Right.
and they are everything it ships out of there,
Right. So a lot of
except my limited edition that I print here.
right. So a lot of this you don't actually ever have to deal with.
No, I don't do anything
Fantastic.
really.
Oh, look, you can get a puzzle.
Wow.
God,
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I think it's a great idea.
Oh, that's epic. Love that.
$28.
That's
Okay.
on
It'll
Art's
be good
storefront.
and it will kind of make you learn a little bit about the island too.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm all in on this. I think this is great because I think you have really, so let's see your Instagram if you're gonna send people there. Instagram,
Yeah, Instagram is, what's my Instagram? Pascaline.
PASQ.
Oh Pascaline Lalu with a space in between. Pascaline is a C. Let me
Okay, I have to spell it right. P-A-S-C-A.
Pascaline.
Oh, here you
Here
are.
we go.
Yes, looks like I follow you at Art Nowie. Okay, here we are. Pascaline, 890 followers. That's fine. You should be able to get traction from 890 followers. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm starting to get around, like every time I post something, it's like over 100 people that
Fantastic.
appreciate my work. So
And are you having any of these have a call to action to go to that website?
I just refer to my bio, and my website is in my bio.
Right, but are you saying like, hey, oh, I guess now that you just found out there's some new things there at Art Storefront, you could
Yeah.
definitely, have a call to action, like, and also, I wonder, Beth, you might know this. I know that if you were on Shopify, it would work. If you made a shop through Instagram, would it be able to go? Like, if you made things like sellable, would it be able to
Yeah,
go directly
I-
to your website?
I think it might be a really good one. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know enough about that, but I've seen, like, I did it with Lisa Wydell with her jewelry because she's on Shopify, and we just created a shop pretty easily. I think you just have to go into YouTube or something and
Uh-huh.
turn your Instagram into shoppable, and then see if, like, once you posted a picture of that really cool puzzle,
Right. Then
one of
you
those
can
really
go
nice
straight.
things, like so you want to go back to your website,
Uh-huh.
and you want to take some screenshots of, like, the tote or the
Yeah, the
puzzle,
cushion or
right?
something.
Something that you think is really cool, like those are fabulous, right? And you want
Yeah,
to,
then maybe I can recrop it the right way so I get the right thing out of it.
well, I'm curious to see, that is like the $1 million question here. Like, are people going to buy this tote and then be bummed out that the wrong part of the image ended up
Yeah.
being tote?
You can control it. You can move it. When you're buying it, you
Oh
can,
yeah, you can?
yeah, you can move it.
Okay. Oh wow. So that makes a big
You have to
difference.
tell people when they're buying it, if you don't want that part of the image, but you want this other part,
Oh
they can.
really? Well,
they
that's
can do it.
fabulous.
Yes, I only found that out the other day because I wanted to order one of my own totes to carry it around, and I was like, I don't want to cut the turtle off on the fin there. What's up with that? And so you just, you can make it small.
Excellent. Just like mood, just like the card. Yeah, when you order some card, then you can just
Yeah.
go on the details.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Are you with Art Front Store, Beth?
Yes, I
Okay.
very, very mixed feelings about it because I had a very big fine art earlier life in San Francisco, and I'm still having a little issues with it there. They
Okay.
try to fix it when they do something wrong. So recently they put my own head up on a wall in a dining room setting, and I called them up and said, you guys, I don't want my own head. I want my art. I don't want people.
That's
I
terrible.
would never print a 3-foot wide photo of my head above a table. I mean, I just, like, what are you guys?
Yeah, it's not the best we want to show, right? It's not.
Like, I mean, it's a nice photo. It's the same one. I'll show you the photo. It's this photo so you
Oh,
can see.
sorry.
I mean, it's a
Sorry.
nice photo, but like, who wants to see themselves blown up in
Oh,
a
wait,
dining?
everybody sees Pascaline's
see it?
thing while it's being shared, but I just want to say one thing to Casey here. I want you to see how short Pascaline's reveal is and how it got 2,000 people.
I
know.
know. I'm
Watch
looking
it.
at that too. I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. Okay.
That's so cool.
That's
That
how
is
big
a
it is.
lot of Wow, that is great, Patsy.
That's great.
So
Yeah.
what does that mean? Why is this one more than the other ones?
Well, you did a lot of things right in that, and we've been, Pascaline, I'm not
You
gonna go
did,
into
because
it.
you're the one that did it.
Well, I know that people I know that people like reveal videos, so I had everybody at Art Maui make a reveal video, and then
Oh,
I made a
yeah.
video of all the reveals, which really blew up too. So we talked a lot about Instagram and the first hour of this, and it's recorded, and I really want you to listen to this once I get it up, because I
Okay.
think that you two really need to get into reels and understand how to make reels, because you too have a great story. You're inspired by the islands, and so you're going to make these reels that are like showing Maui, showing your painting, showing you surfing, or
Yeah.
showing you, windsurfing, and then back to your paintings, and then back to a map, and, kind of
Yeah.
go through these different images that you have. I want you to start really taking a lot of video of you actually in the process of painting. I've said this to everybody in this group already, so it's like I'm repeating myself here, but
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, that's very
taking
important.
a lot. And you can't, I think sometimes on Instagram, first of all, I want to say, there's a part about Instagram that I absolutely wish it didn't exist. Okay?
Yeah.
It's like, it could suck you in, and we're just going to use it for its purpose. And its purpose really is to bring people to your website. And that's what Beth and you already have. So you already know what you want your Instagram viewer to do. And what you want your Instagram viewer to do is to go to your website, where you already have items that are
Okay.
available to sell in many, many, many price points. So most people don't even have that part. So you understand who your customer is already. My customer might want a big painting. My customer might want a $24 tote.
Yeah.
I'm going to be speaking to my collectors on my Instagram.
I
And
see.
how am I going to speak to them? I'm going to tell them about my inspirations. I'm going to tell them about my process. I'm going to tell them why I do the things I do.
Okay.
And that is going to be the enticing. And then over time, we're going to get better and better about these reels. And, you're going to watch what I had to say about the templates, because I think that's going to help you get better at reels. But I want to see us all make at least 2 reels a week.
Okay.
And don't get upset when nobody's seeing them. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I don't
I
really,
mean, I have it too.
I'm not emotional about
I have,
it.
I have, you put all this energy in, you've taken all this video, you've cut it up into your little slices. You think this is genius. Everybody's
Yeah,
gonna
it's
love
good.
it. And then
Yeah.
it's crickets. I don't know what to say. Eventually something's gonna hit. But even if it's not an eventual, like I have 3 accounts. The one with the most followers is my own personal account. It has the least amount of traction. One with the least followers is my Artists Make Money account, and it has the most traction. And I have only 175 people who follow it. It's only a month and a half old. I've probably gotten 30 people on my email list. I've gotten people signed up for free classes and classes. So you can't look at the number. We have to look at, are we communicating to the people that we want to communicate on that
I see.
website? Okay. And
I see.
don't get so caught up on the number. Now, I just think that you and Beth already have this huge head start, because you have a great website,
The vehicle, yeah.
and so much of it is print on demand. And so what you need to do is bring traffic to those sites. And until you bring traffic to those sites, we cannot talk about how to make conversion. Like, my guess is that Beth's just not bringing enough traffic in yet. You're not bringing enough traffic in yet. You would need to bring in a lot of traffic to start to understand where people are not, are like, once you bring in the traffic, our
Uh-huh.
storefront is going to start telling you this many people clicked to a page that they could have
Yes.
put a product in a cart and then they walked away. So then that means that you didn't entice them enough on that page. But I can't see that yet because you don't have enough traffic yet.
Yeah, I see, I
Right?
understand.
And the only way that I think you're going to get that traffic is to be better on Instagram, to be better
Yeah,
on
yeah,
social
and
media,
consistent.
and to be consistent and to make sure, because you're older like I am, that your Instagram account is hooked into your Facebook.
Yeah, which I am, I think. Yeah,
Okay,
I am.
great. Okay,
Yeah, I am.
so Pascaline, since you is there some, let's all talk about one goal that we want to make for the first quarter of the year. And the reason why I say just one goal is I think that we all as artists have a ton of ideas in us.
Mhm.
And the reason why I asked for one that was measurable and attainable is I think that we get too caught up in too many ideas. And in my life, the way I've been successful is I try to do a project a quarter or a project for 2 quarters. And I think about
Mhm.
that project and how I'm going to get it done. And if it's attainable, because whatever the project is, it's always going to take a little bit longer than I thought it was.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But it also gets me to like shut down all the other things. Like
I see.
my project now for this next quarter is to paint 3 paintings that are 40 by 50 or bigger, and to work on selling 2 larger paintings. And that's
Mhm.
a measurable, and that's a doable. I know that those,
Yeah,
that these are not pie in the sky kind of things.
yeah.
They're things that mean something to me, that are important to me. I want to paint bigger paintings, and I want to find, I've found just over the last year that my paintings are a little bit more esoteric than they used to be, but that the bigger paintings do have an audience. And last
Okay.
year I was able to sell 3 of them, significant paintings over $10,000. And so this year I want to double that. I
Okay.
want to make
Emphasize.
significant paintings and I want to sell them. It's not that I don't want to sell the other stuff. It's that that is where my personal priorities are. So I want to hear what everybody's personal priority is. We'll start with you, Casey. Let's go.
Okay.
One goal.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, I keep muting. My dog is loud in the background. I don't want it to distract. So I wanted to set like another tier with the bouquets that is in oil. And I thought that would be a good transition for like then doing work in my series. So I want to work on creating paintings that are for like an art series, but have that like bouquet look that I can use to promote as like another option.
Okay.
And then
Mhm. And then
website. I know, I don't know if
okay,
I know
okay, then just a very simple website,
okay.
right? Right.
Yeah.
You don't have to spend a lot of money on a website right now, but I think Art Storefront, it costs like kind of like $2,000 or $3,000 to put together. Is that correct, you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did a
Uh,
couple of years ago. Yeah.
I think
And
since
after it's around 600 a year,
yeah,
which is I'm not sure if it's worth it or not, but
Yeah.
well, we're
I-
going to make it worth it.
But I
exactly. I
We're
think
gonna make
yeah,
it-
that
They
Right.
take 50%. I mean, they take just like a gallery does. They take a big
Oh,
cut.
they take 50% of all those print on demand items?
no, they don't do that.
They did it for me on that sale. I only got $100 out of a $215 sale.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, that's
Ah,
terrible. I'm sorry to hear that. I thought that they
Yeah.
I
were,
don't know. I don't know. Maybe you should talk maybe to one of the team there.
Yeah.
They always answer very quickly.
yeah,
But,
well, I want to hear how that goes. I mean, if they were driven, I mean, I know that they have this marketing scheme now, I shouldn't call it that. They're actually doing marketing. I just find it very bland.
Yeah, Copilot.
Anyway,
Copilot.
right. if they were able to bring traffic to your door, then I think
Yeah.
that would be worth 50%.
Mhm. What
I
if
don't-
it's a friend of mine who's always known about my work and she bought it through them?
Well, of course, most of your traffic's going to be a friend of yours.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, maybe that's the cost of doing business. I mean, they're
Yeah.
still providing the tote and they're
Yeah.
providing, I mean,
Right.
$24 is not a lot of money for a tote.
I
So
know,
guess,
I
Yeah.
thought that was incredibly inexpensive.
right. So I
I
guess,
ordered it when it was on sale, so I got the discount.
right.
But
So like,
yeah,
like when
the
you think
thing
about
is,
it,
I
right.
don't think you can sell original very well out of that system and the front store, because I think original is more like something like a relationship with the people or your collector, right? So I think the idea of expanding all the rest, of those IDs and item it's probably like a little thing on the side that you can show to your collectors, but as far as selling original, I will not.
Well, the two things I think that are going to happen for you here is if you get your Instagram going and you get some people in there and you do get that little bit of money coming in, because I always believe that you need that little bit of money coming in, what you're also getting is an email list.
Yeah.
And those people over time are the people that you're going to convert into the higher end people, because they're going to have your tote and they're going to have your $25 item, and maybe
Right.
can aspire to owning an original over time, but maybe the next time they
That's true.
aspire to
Yeah,
opening to having a print. And the way that you and I have made relationships to sell larger work is by making a relationship. So
Yeah,
let's not dismiss the people who end up at Art Storefront and think they'll never be collectors. They might not be collectors today, but they could be collectors 2 years from now.
Yeah,
And
that's a
have-
good point. That's a
and you have
good
2
point. Yeah.
years,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So you're on Art Storefront. You've already paid the bill.
yeah.
Let's try to bring traffic to it. And so
In order to do that, I need to work on my Instagram and be more consistent and
That's right.
drive it there.
you do.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I
Drive
got
it there.
the-
Right. Okay, so Casey's got hers. She is going to make, Casey, what I want you to do, and I'm terrible at this, so I can't believe I'm actually saying it, is when you make your paintings, I want you to time them. I want you to time how long it takes, because I don't want you to continue underselling your hourly. You
Okay.
have a job that pays you an hourly and you want to get out of that job, we have to build up so that you're making $65, $75, $85 an hour for this work at the very least.
Sure. Yeah.
So while you're making these paintings, I want you to clock your hourly. And so let's just say till March, I want you to get your website up. I want you to make these new paintings, and I want you to continue learning about reels. And that is a lot to do when you have a full-time job. Okay.
All right. That's helpful. Thank you.
And then Beth, what are you up to for the next, what's your most important thing?
Oh, in January, just painting. I mean, I just want to make about 15 paintings before February. So
Right.
I'm just, I mean, they're going to be small. They're, my size.
You're going to videotape the whole thing.
Betcha, baby. After you told me what to, I didn't realize I already did my whole studio. I set it all up and I didn't think to even take video of it while it was happening.
That's why I sent you that podcast yesterday.
No, I didn't see it. Shoot. All right.
Yeah. The podcast had a terrible name. It was like, what to do
Oh,
when you're
glad.
failing at your open studio. But
No, that's great. I'll look. I'm so sorry I
Right.
missed.
I think I sent you, if you can't find it, it's called I Like Your Work. That's the podcast. I Like Your
Okay.
Work. And she had a pod, and I only listened to it because of you. And it was like, it was what to do if you failed at your open studio. Not that I think you're going to fail.
No, but I mean, I set a really, really large goal for this.
Yeah.
So,
But she had just ideas about making it Instagram usable and doing work while I'm there. It was only 15 minutes. Anyway,
Great.
I will be at your open studio. And
Oh,
okay,
thanks.
Cheryl, what kind of goal you got other than moving into the studio?
Casey and I are in the same, yes, but that's not for a while, but Casey and I are in the same place. I'm gonna start working on the Instagram account. I'm starting to start putting my paintings on that I already have.
Beautiful.
And then I'll start creating reels. I'll look through some of the Instagram that don't really need to be there. Maybe, going to my grandson's soccer game. Maybe that doesn't need to be there. Different things I can just take off. I already have those pictures anyway. And work on that. Also check on that MailChimp.
Great.
I'm
Great.
interested in that.
Uh-huh.
And the Square Up,
Right.
you said.
Great. And
So
there's
those
a recording
will-
of it. That's a lot. That's a
Yeah,
lot.
it is a lot, but, and also I'm with Beth. I hope to have at least 15 paintings.
Okay, so,
Uh,
so,
I am not working. So in fact, I quit. I was substituting every single day and I just told them, no, I'm done with it. So I'm not going to go back to that. So
Mhm.
I've got the day, so I don't have excuses to say I'm working. Casey, sorry, you're working full time, but I've got that time. So I need to put that to good use for my own self. So that's what I've got to say.
Great.
Cheryl, when you go
Yeah.
and take photographs of all this artwork to put on Instagram, because I do want you to think about carousel reels as much as you think about, especially when you're at the beginning and trying to get used to things. I want you to really think about some imageries of not just the painting itself, but
Of where the idea.
but
Yeah.
not
yeah.
also like all your materials, your paint brushes, things like that. I just, I've been in an Instagram course, so you could go and look at some of the images that I just posted in carousels on my Instagram, where you see it's like on the easel, but the brushes are in front of it, or the books
Yeah.
I'm inspired are in front of it,
Yeah.
so that
Creating-
people
yeah,
have an environment. If you just post pictures of your artwork, just bam, bam, bam pictures, you're going to lose people. I mean, you could
Mhm.
do that. You could do it, you
Well,
could
I do have a lot of men that are trying to pick me up. They're probably in Ghana. And,
Oh, yeah, right. Or they want to sell you
or they're doctors working for Borders.
Love
uh,
right on
which is really
Instagram.
hysterical. I said that to someone and they said, really? You have that? I said, yeah, every day.
Every
every
day.
day.
Ooh,
At
you're
least-
popular.
yeah, yeah, I know, but I'm like, delete, 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 delete. No, sorry, not interested.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, follow me. What do I care? Just don't talk to me.
Yeah, so I want you to kind of look at lots of different ways to take those photos.
Right,
And
I understand.
put some pictures of yourself in the photos. People
Yeah.
want to know you, like you, trust
Right.
you,
Yep.
right? So if they could have a face, it's helpful. Okay, Pascaline.
Okay, I have about the same goal as everyone. That I would like to be more consistent with my Instagram. And like you said, like driving my customer to my website and try to buy, other things than just my art. I mean,
Mhm.
my art, but in different support. And also I had a goal to do one big painting a month, just achieve that
Mhm.
and stay in that timeline. That's something I want to do. And I'm getting away from my map a little bit, even so I'm keeping them on the side, but I want to work on my other acrylic work so I don't have to deal with so much framing and
Oh, the maps
glass.
are hard to frame, right?
I mean, they I still do them, but I want to just diversify it with my own.
And so, Pascaline, tell me, were you able to recontact Michael at Martin? and
Yes,
McCoy?
absolutely. I did. I sent him a really good email with different, I asked a friend to help me on doing something very professional. And he responded to me, was really happy, and wants to meet me in January.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It was a really, really, really good thing.
And
So
he's interested in the maps.
yeah. And I
Okay.
think that's why I think I'm gonna, if that works and it's gonna work, I'm gonna do my map and I will just focus with him and you
Right,
just,
on the
you know what I
maps.
mean? And on the map and keep the map with him and also add my other work on my webs and my own, my own word and just do both. But
So
yeah,
I
I
want
think
you to think about going into Martin and MacArthur before January and look at the price points of things, because I noticed that there are lots of prints in there, like,
yeah, I did look the other night. Yeah.
and I don't know what the price point is, but when you go to meet him, I'd like you to like think
Oh,
about
yeah, know
gonna
exactly
offer
what,
him.
yeah,
like
yeah.
I can do 11 by 14 prints in a mat and they're going to cost this much, and look at the price points that are already in Martin and McLaughlin, because I think he takes
55, right? I think so.
65%. I'm going to say
60.
60,
60?
take 60. No,
60.
he's taking, oh, is that,
Martin and Arthur, it's 60.
it's 60.
60?
Okay.
I don't heard it
Yeah.
was 50.
Okay, well, I want you to consider both of those things, like
Yeah, yeah.
what price point is going to work for you. And I want you to, if you have a chance to go into, I don't know what module it's in. It's either, I think it's in module 1 or 2, and it talks about wholesaling. And I really want you to get the number right. I want you to watch those videos, and it's super important. It might be like the story of how I made my scarf business. And
Okay.
what's super important about it is you have to have your numbers right for someone like Martin
Yeah.
MacArthur. Okay?
Right, I know like yeah, my cost and
Right.
his.
So you have to know all your costs, and you have to be able to know your costs and triple it
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
in order to get your wholesale price.
Mm-hmm,
If you can get more than triple, great. But if you do not get triple your triple your costs, you will be losing money
yeah.
working at a place like Martin and MacArthur. So
Okay.
you have this is the project right now for you, Pascaline.
Yeah, this is my big project for
Your
sure.
big project is to be ready to have a showcase for Michael, because he's got 12 stores and he is a go-getter. And so whatever the price point is, I'd work it right now as if he was going to take 65%. Just
Okay.
so you can have your numbers right. You could go into the meeting and say, oh, well, I thought, I wasn't sure about the price. Now that I know it's 60%, I might be able to do a little bit better, but I wouldn't even say that.
Okay, okay, sounds
I would
great. Yeah,
go in, I would scope out all the work that's in there and see the price points of it. And then I would come up with things for their racks, and I would come up with things for their walls. And the things for their walls are going to have to be framed. So I would be on Amazon or someplace like that where I can figure out a simple frame that I can have already. If you could find a frame with a mat in it so that you can make up reproductions for him that are framed
at a good price.
at a good price, right? So you're going to look on someplace like Amazon for an 11 by 14 frame with a mat and an 8 by 10 opening or something.
Right. Yeah, yeah. Oh, square.
Right.
Target
Whatever
had
it is.
some really nice one actually.
Okay. And so that way, when you go in, because every time it's framed, you're going to have to triple that price and then give it to them at that price. Right.
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
that's why things get so expensive. And
Absolutely.
and then so then you're prepared for him, because you are not going to be like, if you went in there and started looking around, you would see that most of those people that are in there have 1 or 2 originals.
Yeah,
And
I
everything
see
else is
that.
reproductions, right?
Yeah, yeah. I looked the other night and I noticed.
Right. So I
And
really
a lot of embellish print where you add a little
print, right?
stuff
So
like that.
I want you to really go in there and just like do your
The
research,
study.
right? Study, and then go and come up. When you go into Michael, you should have a low end, a medium end, a high end group of things that he can order. And you should have them like, this is this, this is this, and this is the price, this is the price, this is the price. I might be able to negotiate my price with you a little bit, but I'm constrained by my costs. Okay. So that way you go in super prepared.
Yes.
With him, because if he orders the lower end, a lot of times he pays 30 days. So he buys outright. But people have told me that there's a lot of paperwork that needs to be filled out. And if they don't fill it out right, then
Mhm.
the whole process gets slowed down. So they're creating new order forms for you to put more.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden you get a PO, you haven't been paid yet. You're having 15 days to fulfill a PO, a purchase order,
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
haven't
yeah,
gotten
yeah.
your money yet. So
Okay.
you kind of have to think like,
Mhm.
how can I sustain this business with him for 3 months without getting paid? Right?
Right. Mhm.
And how can I make things in a way that if he sends me a purchase order, I can fulfill them in 2 weeks or 3 weeks or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, this I
Okay.
plan. Yeah.
So you have to kind of think about all those things because he's going to place an order.
So how do usually when they place an order and then you set a wall with the order that he or this is an order for the mailing.
So
Yeah.
you're going to go in there with like I said, maybe like 3 low-end products, an 11 by 14, a 16 by, I mean, you'd have to look around
Well,
and
yeah.
see what they have, and then 2 or 3 medium-sized products, and then your originals or some bigger reproductions. And
Mm.
you might want to even, I don't know, have you tried to do a reproduction on canvas of one of your
Yes,
maps?
I did. Yeah, I did.
How'd it look?
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I'm actually quite satisfied.
I would totally bring that in.
So I
Yeah.
will bring, that's the idea of bringing that in. So
Yeah.
it's
Right. I
easy
would
and no frame.
Right, I would no frame, I would bring that in, I would hand enhance it by putting a little gel in a corner, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what people are hand enhancing with, that's not really my,
Yeah, that's not my thing, but I
Right.
could find an idea for something
Right.
fun. But anyway.
right, something fun to hand enhance it, and I would totally bring that in, because that's gonna save you all that framing shit,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so you're gonna go in there, and you're gonna have your prices set, you're gonna have a printout of each
Mhm.
item. This is item, and you're gonna name it. Like this is item 11 by 14, right?
Title with a title, the price.
Well, you might wanna like think about having like 10 images in each of these things.
Yeah.
Like I have 11 by 14s with 10 images or 5 images or whatever it is. Again, I would go into the store and see some of the displays and count even the amount of images of each of the artists that are there. How many images are they showing? And so when you go in, you're going to have the small stuff, the medium stuff, the large stuff, and you're going to have a variety of images, but you're also going to say like, this piece of paper is going to have your name, your address, your email, and then it's going to say like 11 by 14 prints, wholesale, the price, 16 by 20 prints, wholesale, the price, framed reproduction, wholesale, price. You know, you're going to have a price sheet. You're going to be very, very professional about this and let him know that if he places an order, you are prepared to fulfill.
Yeah. I'm gonna actually have a friend that's gonna help me doing that.
Good.
He's a really good, that's his field. So I'm gonna take him. This is important. But it's
I don't even, honestly, for you, I don't care about Instagram as much as I care about
yeah, I was gonna
scoring
say that,
Michael.
but I
Scoring
didn't know if
Michael.
I could really
Okay.
share that with everybody.
Yeah,
Since
so
it's,
I'm super
you know,
excited.
but this
Yeah.
is really, my main focus right now.
I want it
Yeah.
to be your main focus. January is around the corner. Okay.
Yeah, and then when this happened, then I can tag them too on my, the next episode. But right now, that's gonna be the priority for sure.
Fantastic. So does anybody have any questions?
No,
right.
ma'am, you've given us our jobs to do, so we need to hightail it out of here.
So,
Cheers.
Thank
I
you.
record these, and like I said, Pascaline, please
Yeah,
listen to the first
I'm
half.
gonna.
But you will have access to the recordings of everything. Once I finish these recordings, I'll send out another email.
Okay.
Other people in the other group had some questions about my follow-up on email, so I'm gonna make something this week that answers some of the questions from the other group and then gives you the link to past recordings and these recordings, so you have them. And-
Okay, yeah, I've seen that, and I'm gonna make sure. I think I need to update my computer to get my video going.
And
Something is
Beth,
like, yeah, I feel very embarrassed. I'm not that dummy, but I'm
Hey,
not a Zoom,
here-
I'm
here
not
it
a
is.
Zoom
Good.
specialist.
Beth,
I'll
your
get better on
storefront
it.
is this weekend, right?
Yeah, my open studio's this weekend. It's
Open.
right across from like Fabiani's and and
Okay.
there, Cupola.
Okay, but I'll go to your website. It'll, not your website, but your Facebook. It'll be on your Facebook page too.
Yes, it'll be on
Okay.
both of them. Yes, I
Okay,
just sent
great.
out one.
Great.
Yeah.
I shall be
Casey,
there.
you got all the Hawaii people today.
I love
Nice, wonderful to see. Thank you
Uh-huh.
so much. It's great. It's just very
Good. Okay, well, happy.
Thank
Thank
you all so much.
everybody.
Thank you, Stephanie,
Yep.
for putting this together.
Thank
It's invaluable, really. I'm
I'm
like,
glad
I've been
to hear
struggling
that.
for years, like, how do I make money doing this? This is ridiculous. So thank you.
It's
Okay,
very encouraging. Yeah, very much. And
Excellent.
when is the next
want
time
to
we're meeting? Do
we
you
meet
will you
here,
let
we
us-
meet once a month, and then
Okay.
everybody gets a free 1-to-1 as well. And I make it so that, oh, I should ask people, you have to finish at least 2 modules before the 1-to-1. Does anybody want the calendar?
No. You mean
No.
like to know, to be prepared, you mean?
Yeah, I want people to at least have watched 2
Oh,
modules.
sure. I'd like to have it again. Sure. If
Okay.
it's
Yeah,
not-
I would as well,
Sure.
Stephanie.
Just to
Oh,
remind
wait,
me.
you want the calendar of a 1-to-1, or you want to?
Oh, no, I'm not ready yet. No.
I'm not
thank-
ready. I'm not ready for 1-to-1 either.
Okay,
Need-
that's what
need
that's
to
what I'm checking on.
decide.
So everybody gets 4 of these,
Okay.
and then you guys all get the 1-to-1. Starting in the new year, I'm not going to do the 1-to-1s anymore with anybody. I'm just going to do these. I think that actually people get a lot out of
Wanna-
these.
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
want us to do a
wonderful.
one-to-one before the new year?
No, I don't care when you guys do it. I'm just saying, if anybody signs up for my class
Okay,
new year, they will never get the 1-to-1.
Okay.
I don't want to take up that much time. I feel like these classes are
Are more
super helpful
beneficial,
because
right.
everybody gets to hear other people's
Right.
things, what they're doing.
Yeah, the way is great.
And so I think that for you guys, because you're my beginner, my first
Yeah,
class.
We're your babies.
I'm so honored to
You
be
get
in it.
both.
We're your babies.
Yes, you get both. But after this,
Really
we're done. Yeah.
Yeah, I might like a 1-to-1 actually before I go to the meeting with Michael.
Okay, that sounds
I
good.
think that
Let's do
might
that.
be good, so then I
Okay.
can pretend you're Michael and after
He's a very approachable man, don't you think?
Did Michael Cam?
Very,
Yeah, have
very,
you met him,
Yeah.
Beth?
Yes, I met him at the one down here in Wailea, and he's super nice. He seemed
very
really,
nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
very
Uh-huh.
approachable. Yeah, it's awesome that you got a meeting with him, Pascaline. That's
I
wonderful.
mean, yeah, it was it was thanks to Stephanie. It was a little introduction, but
Yeah,
I
sweet.
had a really good feeling with I was not expecting that kind of warm. Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, good.
No,
I'm
I think that the art, we just have all done this project together, Casey, for Art Maui, where a gallery around here opened up to an arts community, and everybody did 12 by 12 paintings.
Oh,
And-
yeah, I saw your post about it.
Oh, good. And I knew that Michael would be searching for new art. I mean, that was one of the reasons why he did this with us. And
Yeah.
so I scoped up his galleries, and I put together a group of artists that I thought would be ready and what Michael was looking for. And towards the beginning of my relationship with him, I told him that there were 3 artists that I wanted him to meet, and Pascaline was one of them. And I told her that I was going to do that. And I told her to come early to the opening, and she did. She showed up a half hour early. She helped us set up. She was there waiting for Michael when he came in. So she did perfectly because she found that time when Michael was a little bit more free and he was ready to meet her. So good job,
Yeah,
Pascal.
it was a good first introduction.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, Stephanie.
yeah.
Hope he-
Well, you're gonna do the rest, so.
Yeah, yeah,
that's
I am.
pretty
I'm
easy.
ready.
January is showtime.
Showtime.
Show and tell.
Sure.
Here, everybody. And any
Okay,
holiday
everybody.
killers.
All right.
Nice to
Bye-bye.
meet you all.
Bye-bye.
Next
Lovely
time
to
you'll
meet
see
Nice
my
you.
meeting
face.
you.
Aloha.
Happy. Bye-bye. Bye.
Aloha.
Aloha.
Aloha.